Mohammed Masood once again, and in this edition of Laughter and Comedy, I'm going to relate to you one very funny and very not very original but very fictitious story of one of the several nine courtiers or the nine court masters of Emperor Akbar. It's basically one such story which is not original, which is very fictitious in nature, which is basically intended to create a little laughter and comedy and bring a little cheer in some melancholy faces. So here was this one of the most favorite courtier or the court master of Emperor Akbar. His name was Dopiyaza. Dopiyaza was one of the most favorite and one of the most closest court master of Emperor Akbar, and whenever he used to feel a little bored or whenever he used to feel a little down, he used to have a word with his uh, very nearest court master Dopiyaza. So once Dopiyaza was basically sleeping in his house, what exactly happened is that there was this one thief, robber, basically tried to break into his house and even almost barged into his house. Looking at this, Dopiyaza was very scared and frightened. Dopiyaza basically tried to conceal himself in a very big sanduk. In those days, in olden days, there used to be very big sanduk, which is basically which basically look like huge suitcases. Now, sanduk is basically huge and very big suitcases, and these are basically used to be found in very olden days. So he basically concealed himself in a big sanduk, and so that he could escape that situation. So that he was so frightened to see that the thief is breaking into his house that he was basically scared, and out of fear, he tried to conceal himself in one of the big sanduks he had in his house. So basically, the thief had almost, or rather, already entered in his house forcefully, and even tried to steal certain belongings of his, but he was unable to do so because there was hardly any valuable belongings in his house. He could hardly find anything which was basically of his requirement. He could not find anything which was basically of very quality or very expensive in nature. He could not find anything of that sort. So once he was trying to find out what exactly is in his house, he happened to come across that very sanduk wherein that Dopiyaza was hiding himself. And once he opened that sanduk, he saw that the Dopiyaza is basically concealing himself in that sanduk. Seeing this, he was basically taken aback and he was really surprised and he was frightened as well. And out of a little hesitation and a little he went on to inquire Dopiyaza as to who he was and why was he concealing himself in that sanduk. So Dopiyaza then replied to him that he was basically the master of the house and he was the owner, the boss of the house. He was not basically wanting to confront him because he was basically trying to tell him basically that he never ever wanted to confront him because of the fact that he had little belongings, valuable belongings, or he had little things which were expensive or which could basically of any value, because he had nothing of that sort which could be stolen by that thief, by that robber. He had nothing expensive to be